throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Alvin Kamara, the ball.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 44, Haskins out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They go play action now. Haskins. That is caught. Make a save. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley.
Number 21.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the tackle.
The numbers on the ground for Gurley last week. 15 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They go play action now. Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Ryan. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
7-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a pickup of 6.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On play action, Haskins. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Haskins on first down, going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins will get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's good for a Saints. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Saints 7, Falcons nothing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 3 points out of it, not quite the ending they were looking for.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And it's
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. To throw on third down. Ryan looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
14-yard line.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On third down, Haskins. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's fielded at the 45. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on second down. Haskins on the slant, complete to Green. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And he's going to hand the hook up to Gage. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Second and 3.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Third and 13.
So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malcolm Jenkins. Now a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. From the shotgun, Ryan. Escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Cameron Jordan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
They'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, it's Haskins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
throwing again. Haskins. On the right side, caught by Green. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd and 7.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Haskins back to the air. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Falcons ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st down, Ryan. Got to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This is Carson. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride him maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Gurley. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Again, the ball carrier.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're running with Gurley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan dumps it off to Gurley. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And down inside the 15 he goes. Complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. That So a draw play for Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing the... And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They go play action with Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
And they take a knee.